morning and welcome back to New York session 2 for the day. It is 14th of March, Friday, and this would be the last for the week before we come back 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard on Sunday for the Tokyo Sydney overlap. All right, let's get started off with the euro. Last session, there was a disruption on the network. I, I had a bad power cut in the entire area, which lasted for about 1 hour or so. So the battery was weak and it didn't last for the entire session. So thank you for again joining, and let's get started off straight away with I think let's start with gold first, because gold it seems like it's running away with another high just printed around the 3000 mark. But this is exactly the time when I would like to point out a word of caution, because the movement that gold has seen is first of all quite sharp within lesser time, and uh, it's quite possible that when most traders are wanting to believe, or they already believe that gold is heading towards 3300 mark, and that's exactly the time when a pullback or meaningful pullback could be materializing. I'm not saying that the overall trend is down. The overall trend is definitely up, and we are not only within the fifth wave, but actually we are within the minor wave 5. We are also very close to minute wave 4 termination. So it's only one leg remaining, right? And it's quite possible that bear bulls continue rallying from here itself, but it's also possible for an expanded flat to unfold. And that's the reason why we are bringing this up. For an expanded flat structure, an ABC again 38.2% is the maximum where wave B can go and terminate. That's what exactly the prices have tested right now, just about 5-6 points higher. Now, if there is a reversal from here, if at all it reverses from here, then there is a good chance of an ABC. I mean, that could be wave A, which is three waves, all right. Which this could be wave B. Again, it is three waves. So three down followed by three up, and five down. This could be still possible. So don't be over complacent on the long side, please. There's always room for a decline or a turn lower major, and if it does happen, then it's going to go straight to 28.30, uh, below that low. Do you see this pattern? That's quite a bit resemblance of an expanded flat, except for that for the high wave B terminated quite lower. Here wave B is possibly terminating around 38.2%. All right, so be a bit careful in anticipating that gold can only move on the northern side from here. It is not the only way. There's always a possibility of a quick reversal and dropping lower towards 28.10 before it can resume its rally higher again. Right, so that always is a chance. We don't recommend aggressive shorts right now, though, but be prepared for that, just in case if required, because uh, going forward, even if you want to buy, that's what I'm saying, even if I want to buy, it's not possible to do that. It's not recommended to do that right now. The reason being, we are at the extreme point. I mean, we don't have to buy at the highest price. We need to buy at a retracement. So even if we allow a retracement, let me take it to an hourly chart. Even if we do allow for a retracement, at least towards the 61.8 of the recent rally is possible, right? So which is coming around the 29.42 mark, sir. So there is no reason why we should be in a bit of hurry, and it's always good to stay flat for a while and look out for the price action, what the price action is doing before committing on the long side. Actually, we are not recommending to either commit on the short side, because in fact what I'm seeing right now on the chart, or what the charts are telling us, is that there is a 5 wave rally clean and then a 3 wave decline. Remember, we also identified this point, but instead of a standard flat, it's turning out to be a running flat. That's the only change happening here, where we got wave 1, wave 2, when 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wave 3, or wave 3 ended there, wave 4 and 5 just completed. So it's quite possible that we are looking for a uh, for a corrective wave to complete, and it's almost complete here. All right, so be a bit careful in initiating long positions from this point. If even if you are going to go issue a long trade, it's going to be right around the 29.40 mark, not before that. All right, sir. So this is what is the update we wanted to give. There's no actual trade recommendation, and we can go aggressively short, but it's not recommended to do that right now. It's not necessary to do that right now, let me put it that way. And we have sent a signal in the portal, though, aggressive shorts, but you might want to stay aside for a while and look out for the price action as well. But we have actually issued a short around 3000 levels. That's a very aggressive short in the portal. So if you're inclined towards such kind of aggressiveness, then it is still possible to go and take that short call. We are just about 5 points lower. That short call was initiated around 3000 just a while back, I mean, just a couple of hours back. All right, so that's the story in gold. It's quickly retracing right now, and I'm not going to be surprised to see prices coming all the way towards 29.40 in a flash right now. All right, so let's be prepared for that, and we will review the situation around the 29.40 when it comes. So, but until that time, we are aggressively running short at this point in time as we speak. But if you are not inclined towards that kind of aggressiveness, then it's better to stay aside and watch for the price action. See, it is always going to speak to us. Markets will always speak to us. It will produce a 5 wave decline first. If it wants to turn lower big way, that would be the first step. We don't, I mean, 5 waves lower could be the first step. All right, and then once we see the 5 wave lower, I think we can go and sell again conservatively, at least for a target of around 29.40, if not lower. All right. So that is the story in gold. Maybe we can now go back to I think Bitcoin first. The U.S. indices will be touching base in a detailed manner next week onwards, because we still have to wait for a retracement of pullback to happen. Now the good part is that Bitcoin is running up to our expectation. That 80,000 entry has proved good, and we are now inching towards closer towards 84,000. Remember that potential targets are around 95,000, 96,000, where the reason to buy, normally we would not go and buy, but the reason to buy here is the leading diagonal was complete yesterday. Leading diagonal was complete 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. A leading diagonal complete yesterday, and a corrective ABC also complete yesterday. And now we are looking forward towards that extended wave C or 3 in the making, which would push prices all the way towards 94,000. The first target, of course, is 87. That's a 38.2% touch. drop, and thereafter it's around 895, 96,000, right, going forward. So that is the story in Bitcoin. If you want to trade Bitcoin right now, it would be on the long side, almost 84,000 now. So if you are buying, please give it some room for a potential pullback as well, uh, before it moves further up ahead. All right. We are long in Bitcoin around 80,000 in the portal, and we would be targeting 87 partially and 96. All right. Now let's go and touch base with the euros and the dollar index and pound. So what we are seeing right now on the euro chart is uh, an uptick is already on its way, and it's only about time that euro reaches 1.11. Now, the only concern that I would like to highlight here in this session is that the corrective decline might take one more leg lower towards 1.0750 before resuming its rally towards 1.11. So ideally, if you have gone long, then it would not be a bad idea to have some space to buy more around 1.0750 and then take it further towards 1.11. All right, so that is one point which I wanted to highlight. Otherwise, it's good to remain long partially. We have already done that in the portal as well. The stop loss can be placed at least around 1.05. Technically, it would be the correct place, or you can place it around 1.0350. But otherwise, the trend remains absolutely in control of bulls. The only thing you need to keep watch of is the corrective wave might extend towards 1.0750 before it resumes towards 1.11. All right, and now the dollar index. I'm going to keep the session again short because there is a problem in the power today, and I don't want to be missing out on the complete session. So we'll be a bit quicker. Dollar index again on the same lines. Lower degree wave 4 is being carved out. So remain partially short, please, but also have some room towards 1.490 if prices rally through. Tell you what, partial shorts have already been taken, but if you want to take it right now, it's not a bad idea. But keep some room for 1.10490 as well. And the stop loss ideally goes around 108, which is above the 28th February high. All right, the potential targets are pointing towards 101, and it's going much lower towards 99 and 97 going forward. All right, so the trend remains firmly on the south side, and bears are completely in control. That's the story in the dollar index. I just need to. I'm being a bit quick because of the battery and the power supply being out today. Kindly excuse me for that. And the final chart that we'd like to touch base is the Great Britain pound, which is again producing an extremely shallow pullback. All right, I see that's not even reaching the 23%. Forget about the 38%. So, brothers, if you want to really capitalize on pound, then it would not be a bad idea to initiate at least partial positions on the long side and wait for a bit around the 23.2% and 38.2% if prices decline, and then take it forward towards the 32, 1.32 and 1.34. All right. The stop loss can be placed around that's the 1.25, is the 28th February low. All right, so that's the trend. To summarize the session before I bring it a pause, euro partially long, have some more space to buy around 750. Dollar partially short, already have some more room around 104.90 to sell more if prices rally through. Pound already long around 29.50. Have some room, please, around 2800 if this corrective decline drops. Gold aggressive shorts have been taken around 3000. If you're not comfortable, please allow one more day for the price action confirmation before doing so. 2940 is the price where we would like to turn bullish, if at all we would like to turn bullish, all right, according to the chart patterns. And finally, Bitcoin, we have been long from 80,000, trading around 84,000 right now. Stop loss 76, targeting 96. All right, so that's the summary for this session. US indices are continuously dropping lower. We don't want to touch it right now, but we'll wait for a pullback to materialize possibly next week before we can re-enter on the short side again. All right, so before my laptop battery runs out as the last session, I would like to humbly thank you all for being present. And until the next one, as always, take care and God bless. We'll be back on Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern, Tokyo Sydney overlap. Goodbye.